Bill O'Reilly here, Tuesday, April 28th, 2020. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening across our nation. 25% of New York City residents likely exposed to the virus. California cracks down on beach crowds. President Trump says the economy will roar back before the November election. New Zealand claims it has stopped new infections of COVID. A majority of Americans report extreme anxiety during the shutdown. Also ahead, Sean Hannity formally threatens to sue the New York Times. But first, Governor Cuomo confirming nearly 25% of New York City residents have likely contracted and defeated the contagion. A random sample showing 1 in 4 Big Apple residents testing positive for the antibodies related to the disease. The statistic means more than 2.1 million people may have been affected in the nation's largest urban area, but most did not even know they had the sickness. California announcing a new plan to limit beachgoers during the region's heat wave. More than 40,000 people hit the sand in Orange County, south of LA, as temperatures reached 95 degrees. Sunbathers now facing big fines for violating social distancing guidelines. About 1,700 Californians have died from the contagion. President Trump telling reporters the U.S. economy will come roaring back before the November vote. Said Mr. Trump, quote, "I think it's going to build fast. I think it's going to be a tremendous comeback. We built the greatest economy the world has ever seen, and we're going to do it again," unquote. New Zealand says it has stopped transmissions of COVID. The Prime Minister announcing the disease has been, quote, eliminated, but warns a second wave could return. There were less than 1,500 confirmed cases of the illness in New Zealand, resulting in 19 deaths. A majority of Americans reporting extreme anxiety due to the contagion, according to Harris poll. 71% say they're worried about the health of loved ones. 60% are concerned for their own safety. Psychiatrists believe stay-at-home orders and constant media coverage can cause post-traumatic stress disorder. I say, tough it out. In a moment, Sean Hannity getting tough with the New York Times. Right back with that. It is no surprise that current events might be contributing to stress and sleep deprivation. Let Ebb help. Ebb is the first and only wearable, drug-free solution to calm and quiet your mind. Ebb applies precise and continuous cooling to your forehead, promoting the natural onset of sleep. Ebb Sleep is designed to work with your natural rhythms to allow you to get into a deep sleep more quickly. Ebb Sleep understands the uncertainty you may be experiencing and wants to help. My listeners can save $25 by using promo code BILL. Try Ebb risk-free 60 nights to confirm it's the solution you've been looking for. What a great deal. Please go to tryebb.com/bill. Let Ebb help you get the sleep you need and remove any risk. That's tryebb.com/bill. Try ebb.com/bill. Get the sleep you need. Order today. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. Broadcaster Sean Hannity has had enough of the ultra-liberal New York Times. On April 19th, an obituary appeared in the newspaper entitled, quote, "A beloved bar owner was skeptical about the virus. Then he took a cruise," unquote. It was written by Gina Belafonte and said this: early in March, Sean Hannity went on air proclaiming that he didn't like the way the American people were getting scared unnecessarily. He saw it all, he said, as let's bludgeon Trump with this new hoax, unquote. Then Miss Belafonte went on. Eventually, Fox changed course and took the virus more seriously. But the Joyces were long gone by then. A spokeswoman for Fox News said Mr. Hannity made statements taking the spread of the coronavirus seriously early on. That his comment about the public being scared by the coverage happened after the Joyces had left on their cruise. The Times was obviously blaming Sean Hannity for the bar owner, who was a Fox fan, contracting COVID and dying. Hannity's attorney, in a letter, says this about the paper, quote, "You falsely state and falsely imply a connection between Mr. Hannity's on-air comments and Mr. Joyce's decision to take a cruise. But what you fail to mention is that Mr. Hannity's comments could not possibly have influenced Mr. Joyce's decision because he embarked on his cruise on March 1st, while Mr. Hannity made comments on March 9th, which you claim influenced his cruise decision. Moreover, you were fully aware that this was the actual timeline, and in order to mislead your readers and support your false narrative, you withheld the date of Mr. Hannity's comments from your story." Unquote. The demand by Sean Hannity and his attorney goes on to say, "Please confirm in writing within 24 hours of transmission of this letter that you will retract, correct, and apologize for each of the foregoing statements. Failure to do so will leave Mr. Hannity with no alternative but to consider instituting immediate legal proceedings against you." Unquote. It is not known if Mr. Hannity will actually sue the New York Times, which is unlikely to apologize. But the newspaper already has plenty of legal trouble. Sarah Palin claimed the Times linked her to a 2011 mass shooting and has sued. The Times later issued a correction about Ms. Palin, saying there was no link, but the lawsuit is moving ahead. Nicholas Sandman, the Covington, Kentucky Catholic high school student, sued the Times for defamation. You may remember that. So the New York Times has plenty of trouble, and it should. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I approve that message by actually writing it. For more news analysis, please visit BillO'Reilly.com. In a moment, something you might not know. A former White House economist says there's a 100% chance of a recession and predicts 1 million jobs will be lost in April. So many Americans are moving to physical gold and silver as a recession-proof safe haven for their retirement. American Hartford Gold Group is a trusted leader in gold and silver, and they make it simple and easy to get started. They're family-owned and have an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Very important. Until you hold a precious metal in your hand, you'll never fully know the experience of being in control of your own retirement. If you are listening to me right now, the American Hartford Gold Group is offering new clients up to $500 in free silver. All you have to do is give them a call, 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text SILVER to 65532. Please call the American Hartford Gold Group now, 877-444-4653, or text SILVER to 65532. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. If you ever find yourself debating coworkers, remember it could be worse. Today marks the anniversary of the mutiny aboard the HMS Bounty, a British vessel whose crew cast out their captain, condemning him to death at sea 231 years ago. Here's the story of mutiny aboard the Bounty. Lieutenant William Bligh was a decorated sailor, once selected by explorer Captain Cook to be his chief navigator for a trip around the world. When Lieutenant Bligh finally received a ship of his own, he was ready to serve. The orders: collect bread, fruit, and other plants from Tahiti in the South Pacific. Nice locale, but far away from England. Bligh was a bully, berating his crew relentlessly, even accusing them of stealing from his private quarters. So a chief mate by the name of Fletcher Christian led a rebellion. Bligh and 18 loyal crew members were thrown into a launch boat, cast away to die. But Bligh assured his crew, quote, "Never fear, lads, I'll do justice if I ever reach England." And he did. Without a chart or a map, Bligh and his crew rowed 4,000 miles to the island of Timor. And Bligh eventually did make it back to England, where he was given a hero's welcome. Then the Navy dispatched ships to track down the mutineers in Tahiti and nearby Pitcairn Island. 6 of the insurgents were actually hung. It's a compelling story, and of course, Hollywood has been all over it. There are 3 separate movies attracting some heavy hitters. Clark Gable, Marlon Brando, Mel Gibson. Gable's version took home a Best Picture Oscar in 1936. And here's something else you might not know. Pitcairn Island may have been a temporary hideout for the mutineers, but today there are just 50 permanent residents on that island, most descendants from the Bounty crew. Back after this. You know me as a news guy, but today I'm a science guy. I've accumulated my share of aches and pains over the years, which started my quest for a natural solution. I found it in Omega XL. The stuff works, and it has 30 years of research to prove it. Omega XL is a powerful natural anti-inflammatory supplement that helps relieve joint and muscle pain. There's nothing like it. Omega XL has health benefits way beyond joint comfort. Here's another reason I take Omega XL. Research shows that it can rebalance inflammation in the body and promote a healthy immune system, vitally important. So, please do 2 things today for yourself. Stay close to your loved ones and order Omega XL, the supplement that can deliver pain relief while improving your overall health. Order now and get a second bottle absolutely free of charge. Please go to omegaxl.com/bill. That's omega, the letters xl.com/bill. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.